Hello and welcome to Bonfire Conversations. In one of my earlier episodes, I've mentioned that I'm a big movie buff. Not just that, web series, TV shows, I've watched like a million of them. Talking about TV shows, there are different categories. There is one category of shows, which you might have watched and forgotten instantly. There is no impact at all. Then you have TV shows, which you might have watched and maybe remember for a brief period of time. And then rarely, once in a while, comes a show that completely mesmerizes you. You feel such a deep connection with that show that it stays with you forever. One of such shows is Friends. If you ask me, this is a show which is a complete package. The writing is fantastic, the casting is spot on, and the performances are brilliant. This is a show which I have laughed and cried with. It is a show that has transcended generations. It is a show that has fan following across the world. And owing to this, it has cemented its place in television history. So, due to these reasons, I felt that this is a show that deserves a separate standalone episode. So, this is like a small tribute from my side to this epic show. And to discuss about it, we will have two lively guests who are going to join us tonight. So let's quickly get them on board. So, first guest who is joining us tonight, let's welcome Malika. Yes, Malika, welcome to the show. Malika, I think you're on mute.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, perfectly. So, thank you so much for joining in. It's really a pleasure to have you here with us.
Thank you
Now,
for
I must
having
point
me.
out, yeah, I mean, the pleasure is all mine. But I must point out that currently Mallika is in the process of rewatching Friends. So
That's right.
I think as Chandler would have said, could the timing be any better? But anyways,
Right.
it's a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank
So
you.
let's move on quickly to our second guest. Also joining us tonight, our second guest. Let's welcome Prachi.
Hi.
Hello, Prachi. Welcome to the show. It's really a pleasure to have both of you. I think Prachi has probably spent most of her Netflix subscription on Friends.
All of it, you can say, all of it
No,
entirely.
maybe slightly an understatement, but not too much, right?
Right, right. Entirely right.
Hmm. Actually, I have been meaning to do this episode since a long time. I first thought about it a few months back, but I have been tied up, so couldn't execute. So last week, actually, I seriously thought about it. That's when I reached out to you guys, and fortunately, you agreed. So here we are.
We'll be glad to
Okay,
be here.
now, yeah, really good to have you guys. Now, before we start the discussion, I must tell you that this episode is being broadcast from 15 Yemen Road, Yemen. I thought it's only apt to start with a friend's reference. Oh boy, what an episode. Chandler trying to get away from Janice
Janice.
as usual.
Right.
As usual. He cooks up a story that he has to go to Yemen and he
Yes.
can't
Hmm.
see her anymore. And then he gets trapped in his own story to the extent that he packs. He
He's
actually
back
goes to
to
the
go to
airport.
Yemen.
Yeah, he buys a plane ticket and he has to board the flight to Yemen just because Janice just wouldn't leave.
I
What an
know.
episode. Now, I think I know there is, a lot to talk about. A show which has 10 episodes, so many countless amazing moments. But we'll try and cover, as much as we can. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for discussion purposes, for ease of discussion, I've made a few segments. I think the names will come as a surprise to you. So let's
Okay.
quickly jump into the first segment. So the first segment is called How You Doing? For some reason, I thought that this should be the name of the first segment.
Okay.
Good one.
In this,
Yes.
I want to hear from our guests. Why do they feel that this show is, so special? Why do they love this show that they end up watching this show again and again? Yeah. So maybe let's start with Prachi. Why do you think this show is so special to you?
For me, it's like a comfort show. Like I have been watching it, I don't know how many times now, but every time I watch it, it gives me that comfort. It has that timeless humor, and the best part is you can relate to every episode of it. Almost every. So that makes me fall in, like that is what made me fall in love with the episode, like with the entire show. That there is this timeless humor all the time. It's like so funny.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then it's relatable. So I love it. It talks about love, marriage, career, friendship, everything in one package.
Absolutely. I mean, there is no denying that. Yes, let's come to Malika. Yes, Malika, what
Yeah,
are your
it's
thoughts? What makes
as
this show so
Prachi said, it's
special?
a very comfort show. So it's not something that I have to think about. Like when I'm on Netflix, I don't know what to watch. It's like Friends. No need to
Yeah.
think about it. It's about a very nice concept about your friendship, about the daily life situations, what they face, work, love, relationships, friendship. And there are basically, on Google, there are listings, episodes where you want to, where you feel like crying. You can watch this episode, this season. So, yeah, based on that, it's a very comfort show, as Prachi said.
No, totally. I completely agree with that. This Google listings part, I wasn't aware that they have
There are,
categorized these episodes based on, what is your mood currently.
yeah,
So
yeah,
you're saying that
episodes
if
where
you're
you feel like
feeling
crying when
okay,
you're in a good mood, when you're overwhelmed. There are listings with season and episode numbers.
See, that is why exactly I
wow.
love the show. Like you can live all your moods in that show. Like be happy,
Yeah.
you feel like crying, you will cry in some episodes. You will feel very, very low. You will feel very, very high note. Like the dance of Ross and Monica is like so crazy for me. I have seen celebrities recreating
That is
it.
the routine, right? That is
Yeah,
the
Yeah,
the
the
routine
routine.
routine. And
where I think the New
I
Year's
tell you, I
party
want to
which
do
is being
it.
shot.
Hmm.
Sorry,
Yes. I want to do it. Someday I want to do it.
the routine.
Yes.
I would
That's on my
love to see
bucket list.
that.
I just need a partner. Will you do it?
You asking Malika, right? I hope you're asking Malika because there is. I mean, don't you look at me? There is no chance. Oh God. Oof. Anyways, let's get past this dancing and me not happening. But yeah, what I take from you guys is this is a show you can watch anytime. And there have been situations where I've randomly picked out any episode from any season and you can just start
Hmm.
watching, right? You don't need to follow it in a sequence every time.
Yes.
Yes, I have rewatched it like maybe 4 to 5 times, all the seasons. I won't make tall claims that it is like some 10, 15 times. It is about 4 to 5 times the entire uh, show itself. But you can randomly pick out any episode, start watching. It's comfort viewing, no doubt. I think this is something that the characters grow on you. As you
Yes.
start watching, first few episodes, maybe you'll not feel that much connected. But as the show
Hmm.
progresses, the characters grow on you. You feel a deep bonding with the characters. And a time comes that you start feeling they're a family, right? You are involved in their, ups and downs, things like that. And one other thing that I love about this show is this is one show I feel it has struck a chord with different generations,
True.
right? I know that Gen X has watched it, millennials have watched it, Gen Z have watched it. So I think I have two Gen Z on the show itself here. So that itself is a testament that this show has
Yes.
somewhere broken those generational barriers. Of course, I'm
Hmm.
not claiming that everybody would have watched it, but yeah, just to give you some perspective, the show started 31 years back and
Oh my
it came
God.
to an end 21 years back. And still now, after 21 years after the show has ended, we are having an episode to discuss that. So I
True,
think that
true.
will give you some perspective, right? So that is what I think makes the show so epic. Yeah, people end up watching it again and again.
Hmm.
Hmm. True.
Didn't
Right?
realize it that that many years.
Yeah, it
But yeah.
is. Even I didn't realize for a long period of time. Then I was reading a news article. So there they said that, 21 years since the show ended. I'm like, what? It's been 21 years.
I'll tell
It,
you. So I started watching the show very, very late. Like maybe I watched it last year or maybe last year. Maybe 2023 or
okay.
2022 somewhere. And then of course I fell in love with the show and then I started Instagramming the names of the cast. And when I found out that these people have become so old, then it struck me that the show is very, very old and I had no idea. It felt
Exactly.
so lively, and I could connect with it so easily. And the everything that is used in the show, all the career tensions, the life struggles, everything. So I was like, it was shocking for me when I saw Matthew Perry met like. Matt LeBlanc was so like I had a huge crush on Joey, and when I saw him like directly aged, it made like it like it broke my heart, dude.
But
I
didn't
mean, he
you
still looks
understand the
handsome.
technology?
He does. He surely does.
Hmm. Now, what I was saying is, with the technological differences, didn't you get that it's probably an old show?
Initial episodes I
Because,
thought, but then I did not know that it is
uh,
so
so
old.
old.
Like
Okay,
much only old. No. I thought
correct.
the show has ended when the cast was, I guess, around 30s or 35s. So I thought now they might be
Hmm.
37, 38, or maybe 40. And actors don't like
It
look
didn't
like 40
occur.
when they are 50.
Yeah, they
So
are in the 50s, correct.
exactly. So it was very shocking for me, like pretty shocking.
Yeah, I think this is one of the rare shows which has aged well. If
Too good.
you take some of the TV shows, after 5 to 8 years, they'll become sort of irrelevant, right? They may not be, more suitable to the time. But this is, I think, one show which has aged really well, if you ask me. Of course, we have to see
Hmm.
what happens later, whether the generations after this they watch or not. But anyways, guys, we have few
Bet people
comments
are
which
going to
have
still
come in.
keep watching Friends. What do you think, Malika?
Hopefully,
I
I
didn't
can
hear
bet.
you.
I can bet that people are still going to watch Friends again and again in the future too.
Yeah, yeah.
That show is like that.
yeah,
I'm going to
maybe.
make my kids
Anyways,
also watch it.
Because I
she
was
has got.
entire. What did she say?
She said, "I'm gonna make my kids watch it."
I'm going to do the same thing. See, that's how I
I
know
will
the
watch
future
it again
will
with
work.
them.
The Gen Alpha is
Oh,
going to
I
watch
didn't
Gen Alpha
know
be the
that
winner.
this
It's
is the
going to be.
extent of love that you have for the show. Maybe I
The thing is, I
underestimated.
have come from an entire person who was like, "What is Friends? Why is this hype about?" I was like, least interested about Friends. Like whenever people used to talk to me about Friends, I used to be like, "कौन बकता
Hmm.
है?" No, I'm like, don't talk to me about Friends. I'm not a Friends fan. I've never watched it. I had this pride, okay, stupid pride. And the moment I watched it, I was like, I was a fool that I haven't
Not to
watched
have
it.
watched it. See,
No,
even that
I
happened with me that people used to talk a lot about Friends, but I didn't have some stupid pride or something. I used to wonder, okay, what's it about? But I thought, okay,
huh.
let me give it a
You're
shot.
a humble person,
And I
no?
started watching it. Huh?
You're a humble person
I
compared to
think you
me.
hold me. Okay. Maybe a little bit, I'm not sure. Anyways, I think, guys, we have a few comments. At least a few of them, we will take them up. Oh my God. We have Stranger1234. I know who this guy is. So, yeah, I think we are going to
Okay.
have a good time today. Okay. We have Nikhil Bhatt. He says, how you doing? So I think we are doing
How
great.
you
It's
doing?
always, it's always amazing to talk about Friends. Okay. I think this is probably for Malika. Ma'am,
That's
Yes.
my
autograph,
brother.
ma'am, please.
That's my brother.
Oh, he wants an autograph now.
You ruined it
Now that
for
we have
me, dude.
come on a
I
live
had to
stream.
literally text him ki don't Nakul.
Okay, but you should give him an autograph now. Yeah.
Sure.
I am sure he's going to send her some check and ask her to
Hmm.
sign.
Some college absence note he will get.
Oh,
I-
Okay, next one from season six. What did we speak about season six? I think season six is where Chandler and Monica get together, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Probably.
See, I
I
don't
have.
remember everything, but I do remember that season six is where they get together. That's what I recall. They would have
I
gone to
just know it's
London.
about the when this person was getting married. It was somebody's marriage, right?
Ross
I
and
I know
Emily.
it was in
Yeah,
London.
Ross and Emily. Ross
Ah,
and
Ross and
Emily.
Emily. So I
They're
just know
getting
that it
married
was
in
in
London.
London.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
It all
think
happened
Yemen
in a
part was not in
secret.
season six, right? Was Yemen in
No,
season
no.
six? I don't think so.
I
No.
think it's in the
It was in the
beginning,
earlier
first or
seasons.
second season.
Yeah. So I'm not really sure. Maybe Niharika can clarify to us what is the season six reference. Sorry, I think because there is also lag on the live stream of 5 to 6 seconds, which is standard lag. So, and we were busy talking. So I don't know when this comment has come, in what context.
It's from the beginning
Next
only.
comment is
We're talking
from,
about Yemen.
yeah, probably. Next comment is from Bhavna. This is Janice.
Oh my God.
Oh
Oh
my.
my
Oh,
God. And in some episodes, first they don't show Janice.
they
All
just
we
give
hear
you the
is
voice.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're like, oh God, she's come here.
Yeah. Right, right. You just know who's there.
Yeah. Yeah, you just automatically knows there. No prizes for guessing. It is her trademark.
Yes.
But I think she has done a fantastic job, if you ask me.
Yeah,
Too good.
yeah, actually.
Too good. I love
Too
her
good.
nasal voice.
And her laugh, oh my God. Crazy laugh. I think Chandler
Yeah.
must be having nightmares after meeting her.
Sure, sure. I feel bad for Chandler.
Ah, okay, that can be discussed. We'll come to that. We have a lot to talk about. Okay, next comment is also from Niharika. 100% you can start from any episode. Yeah, so you can just randomly pick any episode from any season, start watching. Okay, next comment is from Nikhil. Without laughing track and inner thoughts, Ross is a serial killer.
Nikhil.
I don't know what exactly this means.
Same.
Without
I don't know
laughter
what it
track,
means.
inner thoughts,
Who did
Ross
Ross
is.
kill?
Oh, so he's saying that Ross comes across as a serial killer. If you take away those laughter
Oh,
tracks,
laughing track and inner thoughts.
if you
कुछ भी.
Oh.
take them out, he's saying he comes across as a serial killer.
No, but I want to
Serial
request
killer तो
Nikhil
नहीं
to
लग रहा
not
यार.
ruin it for us because next time I'm going to see Ross, I'm going to remember this comment.
Maybe you have to revisit. Maybe you have to
I'm here
revisit
just
and
for
see.
Saumitra's sake and for the Friends show.
I think we have to go and watch it again, Ross's scenes, and maybe minus the laughter track, what exactly happens. See, I thought it may not be that funny in some cases, but serial killer, I think, is a bit of a stretch. We
I
will
think
have to
Nikhil
check
has
that out.
watched a bit too much of Breaking Bad, so he's getting that vibe from everywhere.
But he has different perspectives. Yeah, this
Yeah,
is an
yeah, true.
example of that. One more for her.
No,
Please, man. One more. Big fan of
that
Mallika.
is
Arre
Nikhil.
baap re. Huh. I started. Oh, she started watching Friends from season six.
Oh, season 6.
Mhm.
Impressive.
I
Without
think
any
slow
background.
claps. Slow
Yeah,
claps for this.
exactly.
Who starts watching from season six? That is just too much. Yeah, now I remember. Yeah, that is not the way to watch. She suddenly started watching when Chandler and Monica got together. I mean, come on. That if you're watching from season one, that comes as a surprise to you, right?
Yes, yes.
Exactly.
Because
Very
all the
much.
time
It's
you
the
think
most
that
unexpected thing.
more, yeah, really unexpected, turn of events.
You know you're a big
Anyways, at
fan
least
of
I'm
Ross and Rachel, and suddenly you fall in love with Chandler and Monica as a couple. You
Monica.
don't even
Yeah,
know when you start admiring them as a couple.
totally, totally. I'm totally with you on that. This next question is also to Malika. Which year did you start watching Friends?
I actually started watching Friends when I was in my PU first year. So
Okay.
I actually started watching this on Comedy Central. So Friends used to air all the time, the whole day on Comedy Central. So मैंने भी ऐसे
Ah,
first
right.
episode first season से शुरू नहीं किया है. Even I started randomly watching it from some episode. I don't even remember. So I started it that way.
Which season? Which season was
I don't
this?
remember. Some of the punchlines, Chandler's character, and all, I fell in love with that. That's when I
Hmm.
think Nakul helped me download it on my laptop, and then I started watching it from the scratch. So since then, it has been.
Okay, by that time, how many episodes had you watched, if I can ask? I hope it is episodes and not seasons before starting with the first one.
It were some episode. There were some episodes, not seasons.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah.
Sigh of relief. Okay, next question is from Nikhil. Favorite episode. Okay, Nikhil. So we have a segment for that. We are going to discuss about some epic moments and favorite episodes. So we'll definitely take it up when we reach there. Okay. Oh my God, there are so many comments.
Yeah.
Half of
Maybe
them are
I'll
from
pick.
Nakul. Oh God.
It's fine. It's fine. They were on a break. Team Ross.
No.
We'll be discussing that. That has to be discussed. No doubt about it. Okay. When Janice is in the same labor room, oh yeah, she's there even when Rachel is delivering.
Right.
Yeah.
And then Chandler freaks out. He's like, what is she doing here? This comment I am interested in. My sister can do the
Not real.
Janice stuff perfectly.
It's not real.
Malika, we would love to hear this. Okay,
Oh
maybe
Go,
God.
not right
Malika,
now.
go.
You can make up your mind, but you have to do this now. I mean, conveniently, you haven't told about this to us. Very
Yeah.
conveniently.
It's not
But the
real.
secret is out now. You can
We'll
do
do
the
this
Janice
at the
laugh.
end. All of us will do our style of Janice.
I'm not that great, but okay, you will
Yeah.
start because
I to suck
you
at
have
acting.
been
I can't do only
certified.
acting.
But yeah, but see, Malik has been certified as
No.
person who can do a Janice laugh.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Okay, favorite character, we are going to discuss that. Comedy Central is the culprit. Maybe a lot of people just started watching from whichever season it was playing in Comedy Central. I think they were playing it on a loop, right? On Comedy Central.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Hmm. Okay, there is one last comment I'll take up. Okay, rate the three boys. Whoa. I
Oh
think
my
I
God.
leave this to Prachi and Mallika. You can
Hmm.
rate the three
You can
boys.
rate
Who
the
comes
woman.
number one? Huh?
You can rate the woman. We'll rate the men.
Oh
Okay,
God.
but the request has come for the guys. So let's get on with this first.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay, between Ross, Joey, and Chandler. Who is number one, number two, number three? Okay, let's start with Prachi. Yes, tell us.
Joey, Chandler Ross
Mm.
for me.
Joey, Chandler, Ross. Okay. Malika, what's your take?
Chandler, Ross, and Joey.
Oh,
Chandler, Ross, and Joey. Okay. Okay, I'll take one last comment, then we'll move to the second segment. Yeah. Last comment is when she says it's your baby Chandler Bing and he zones out. Oh, that poor guy, man. Sometimes I feel bad for him.
very much.
It must have come as a shock to him. If I'm not mistaken, that is the second baby, right? In the hospital. The first baby is when she walks into the coffee shop. When Chandler tries to reconnect with her. I mean,
Hmm.
if my memory serves me right, I'm not too sure about that. And then she tells me, you are looking at a
Hmm.
married woman, something like that. That's
Yeah.
what I vaguely remember. Hmm.
Yes.
Okay, so yes, so we are done with the comments for now. So let's move on to the second segment. So now we will dig a little deeper into the show. Yeah, getting into the finer aspects. So the second segment is called Moo Point.
I love the names of the
So
segments.
thank you so much. So yeah, so this is a segment where we discuss one-liners from the show. So as we know, this show is filled with one-liners, right? Sometimes just phrases. And to keep things interesting, instead of just me asking you guys to tell what are your favorite one-liners, I'm gonna do an activity. So I have pictures for you. So I've collected some scenes, from the show. So turn, I'll put up a scene, and you guys have to identify which one liner connects with that particular scene. Yeah.
Okay.
Again, I'm
Yeah.
saying this is not some, tough friends challenge or something to prove your loyalty to the show. I personally don't believe in that, but it's going to be fun, I think. Yeah. So
Yeah.
maybe we will start with Malika first. Yeah.
Okay.
So, Malika,
Yeah.
this is your scene. You have to tell us the one liner which is associated with this scene. Yeah.
Hmm.
Go for it.
Oh. Pivot!
Yes.
Pivot! Pivot! And Chandler
Pivot.
goes, shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Full points for that. She's not only guessed the thing perfectly, she's also mentioned the flow. She's like
Yes.
Ross going pivot, pivot. And the
Today
best part
itself
is
I read
Chandler's.
about it. That
Oh, is it?
it's a improvised scene. They hadn't returned it
This
itself.
one?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
they were
Oh,
genuinely Chandler and Rachel were genuinely frustrated with the word.
I didn't know this. I mean, I know
Yeah,
that
yeah.
this show has a lot of improvised scenes. I didn't know this is one of them.
I
Hmm.
read it
It
today
is.
only when I was searching memes and
Wow.
all.
Okay, great. But the way it ends, Chandler saying, shut up, shut up, shut up. The level of frustration.
I could have
If
done
you
the
remember,
same.
in anybody would have done. Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, Ross can get on your nerves sometimes.
Very
True
much.
that. True that.
If you remember this scene, initially Chandler is not in the frame. It's only Ross and Rachel. And at some point, Ross tells Rachel, Rachel left, more to the left. And she says, Ross, there is no more left. Oh, but
And
epic.
then he
You know,
asks her to go get Monica. And Monica wasn't
yeah,
there, so she gets.
Chandler.
Chandler.
And he is entirely disappointed. Like clearly,
Yeah, yeah.
evidently disappointed. I feel
You
bad
know,
for
this,
Chandler most of the time on the show.
yeah, agreed. I mean, anybody who has to deal with Ross, especially when he's doing something like this, you end up feeling bad for that character. But
True.
pivot has been used by an ad agency in the US for one of their advertisements. They had put it up on the hoarding. You
I
can go
had
check
no
it out.
idea. But
That is
it's a
genius
great
marketing.
marketing gig for me. For a Friends fan, it's an amazing marketing gig. I would have worked
Yeah.
on this.
Mm, true.
And that ad was for a furniture company. So I
Oh,
think
great
perfect
marketing
My
gig.
sofas are
marketing
coming from
strategy.
there only. It's done now.
So great, great. Mallika has guessed it perfectly. So next one is for Prachi. Yeah.
Unagi.
Yes.
State of full
Bingo.
awareness.
The state of complete awareness. Only when
Unagi.
you achieve
It's
Love
what the
me.
unagi.
Japanese call
Yeah,
unagi.
unagi. Only when you achieve true unagi can you be a good fighter.
Yeah.
He does when he scares them in the corridor.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
And then they take revenge. You remember?
yeah.
They're hiding behind the curtains. They suddenly pop out. He gets scared to death.
And
Yeah.
then Rachel says,
Uh,
salmon skin roll.
Unagi.
oh my God, Mallika has done PhD. She remember
I
what
know.
Rachel says. Salmon skin roll. Wow.
because they were
But yes,
teasing him, they were
Unagi is,
pulling his legs. Isn't Unagi
Yeah.
a freshwater eel from Japan? And
yeah.
then he said, no,
First,
no,
I think
no.
when
And
he
that's when she coins that word.
Oh.
correct, absolutely, absolutely. Hmm. Yes, in the comment section also we have Unagi, so audience is also right.
Nikhil
Full
Bhatt
marks to the
saying
audience as
Unagi.
well.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one comes back to Malika.
Joey doesn't share food.
Perfect.
I remember the entire scene.
There is one episode where he is out on a date. His date
Mm.
orders some excellent looking dessert.
But
Then
then
she
she
goes
starts
to the
eating
washroom.
something from his plate.
Yeah, fries. I think it's fries or something.
Yeah.
Then she goes to the
Dessert.
washroom. This guy finishes off her entire dessert. He's sitting there. The dessert is on his face. And he's like, I'm not even
I'm not even
sorry.
sorry.
Food does that to a
Oh
person.
God, what? Who does that? I mean,
Food,
you're on
food,
a date.
food does that to a person that you are not even sorry sometimes कि you have stolen something and eaten from the fridge. It's like it was
And you
worse
look at
than
his
that.
face, it is like a 8-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I'm not even sorry. He has dessert all over his face. Okay, there is one comment. Okay, this is it's not something you are, it's something you have.
Something you are.
Unagi. The Unagi scene
Ah,
when
Unagi.
Rachel
It's
comes
about
out
Yeah.
and says,
Unagi.
Stay,
Correct,
we are
correct, correct,
Unagi. And then he
correct,
says,
correct. Nice. Okay, so
I
I
guess
think
Nakul is
next.
also a big fan of Friends, is it?
he doesn't like Friends. He says
What?
it's
And how
overrated.
is he able to come up with all this?
He
Exactly. The
remembers
same
because I
question.
watch it at home also, so he's also forced to watch it with me.
Oh, so it's something like a collateral damage. Not bad. We have one more person in the club.
Yeah.
Yes. So let's move on to the next one. I have still a few more to go. So I think next is Prachi, right?
Yes.
Okay. Prachi, this one is for you.
18. We were on a break. 18 pages
Yes,
for a
absolutely. Guessed it right. This is the episode where, Ross screams, "We were on a break."
Right.
And that
He's
also they don't
screaming
show him.
into her ear
He,
something.
yeah, through the room, he
Yeah.
screams. And then they have this epic conversation after that. But yeah, this is
True.
one of the iconic,
Hmm.
scenes, iconic phrases, right? We have one comment related to that 18 pages.
Front and back. She didn't write front and back.
Yeah, but see, I think it is just to, bring that in, right? If you remember, it starts with something like she says, "You are already taken full responsibility." Then he says, "I didn't even know what I'm taking responsibility for."
Yes, yes.
I
Because he
didn't
never
And
finish it.
he
I
just
fell
writes on
asleep.
yeah,
back.
I fell asleep. You fell
You
asleep.
fell asleep?
It was 5:30 in the morning,
Morning.
and you had rambled on
Rambled
for
on.
18 pages, front and
Front
back.
and back.
Oh my God, that is epic.
True.
Yeah, she's got it now, front
Yeah,
and
front
back.
and back. That too in bold. Even she's shouting front and back.
Front and back. I think that bold is for extra effect. Yes, Prachis caught it. That bold is for extra effect. Front and back, yeah. Oh, front and back. So, yes, till now, I think full points. Perfect guessing. So, next one goes to Malika. Now, let me
Smelly
tell you, this is
cat.
not exact. I was going to
Only
clarify this is not exactly a
for
one liner, but she's already got it. If
smelly
you ask me,
cat,
this
Smelly
is
smelly cat.
cat.
Smelly Cat. What are they
What
feeding
are they
you?
feeding you?
You
Feeding you? Smelly cat, smelly cat.
Cat.
It's not your
It's not your
fault.
fault.
crazy it is. I somehow I don't
This,
know why I like the song. I like it
yeah,
very much.
same here. Same here. I don't know
Isn't it
why.
supposed to be some ugly song? But then I love the tune, I love the wordings, everything. I love Phoebe's
Same.
voice also.
It's a masterpiece from Phoebe. She gets a
True.
music video. So this scene is from
Right.
that music video.
From the music video.
Where she
Yeah.
put on all the makeup, everything, and they have given her a cat, actual cat, in the music video.
I hats off to the
Ah,
writers of the show. I don't know from where they used to get this creativity. Too good.
exactly. Too good.
And
Too good.
episode after
Now,
episode, if not just like there is
hmm,
none episode that you can find that's boring or that's just written to continue the show, to run the show. It's
Hmm.
everything. Every page is like every episode is filled with creativity, and they have given their ultimate best to the show, whatever they had. It's not just like
absolutely.
keep it running.
I totally agree with you, but we have somebody in the comments who disagrees. I
Bit
don't know
of a
whether to
shame.
bring up this
I
comment
do
right
feel
now
they should
or
have
shall we
ended up
discuss
together.
today.
So I am out of that team only. I am entirely against because I like Rachel and Joey as a couple.
So he is asking whether Rachel and Joey's affair was bit of a stretch.
I loved it. I wanted
No.
it to last as long as the show lasted.
Okay.
No, no. I
So
think
this is about
Rachel was
Rachel and
meant to
Joey.
be with
So
Ross.
yeah, I think she was meant to be with
I come from
Ross.
the multiverse wala universe.
Oh, so you have
I
a
am the
parallel
person
reality
who's
where
a
she
fan
ends
of.
up with Joey.
Yeah, yeah. I wanted it.
Okay,
I
okay,
was
okay.
craving for
Okay.
it.
Okay. Yeah, one more comment which is just you. Okay. I don't know this is in what context. I'm
It's
not
about
too
Rachel and
sure.
Joey.
Rachel and
Rachel and Joey.
Joey
Ah, okay,
couple.
okay, okay. No, I would agree with Ananya on this. Initially, even I felt, when they brought in this angle, even I had the same reaction. Because till
Yeah.
then, we were so comfortable with Ross and Rachel
Hmm.
that when they brought in Joey, even I had probably the same reaction. We have the same reaction again here, Gross. He says, yes, Rachel and
Rachel.
Ross. Yeah,
Rachel and
same with,
Ross.
same with me. There's one more comment this is from Ananya. It was a worse script when they put Rachel and Joey together. Okay, complete contrast to what Prachi thinks. But yeah, I
I
mean,
know,
different
right?
people, different people can have different point of view. But I'll say
Exactly.
that yeah, it did make me initially a little uncomfortable when they brought in that Joey angle. But yeah, I'm happy that Ross and Rachel ended up together. Honestly,
Somewhat even
Hmm.
I am happy, but I would have liked it if Ross, like Rachel
Joey
and
ended up with her.
Joey had been together.
Ended
Like
up.
I would wanted,
Hmm.
a part of me wanted to see how that works out because I had seen how
Okay.
Rachel and Ross already worked out.
Okay. Okay. Anyways, so okay. So this was for Mallika. So next one is for Prachi.
The sun, he has come from the sun, the tanning place.
Absolutely, bang
The
on.
episode's name is the one where Ross gets tanned something. The one
Yeah, the
with
one with
Ross
the
Hmm.
is
tan, something
tan.
like that.
The one with
Yeah, exactly,
with
something like
Ross's
that.
tan.
He
He
walks in
says, I
saying,
went to the place your wife suggested.
Was it the
I went to the
sun?
"Was
tanning
that
place.
place the sun?" That is Chandler's
Man,
masterpiece.
Chandler and his sarcasm. It's above everything.
There's one episode where Chandler actually takes a sarcasm class, sarcasm 101,
Yes.
where he teaches his students sarcasm. Oh, what an episode!
Epic.
We do have few comments. Let me see whether we can bring them up now. Oh, we have permutations and combinations. Joey and Phoebe together at the end of the show.
तो नहीं है.
Okay, see,
Hmm.
midway, you do feel that maybe in the future they could end up together because I think they are the only ones probably who don't have like a,
True.
you
This is a
know,
good angle.
yeah. So I
And they
did feel at
actually
some point that may happen.
got along very nicely. Joe and
Plus,
Yeah.
Phoebe.
Joey was her backup.
Yeah.
Yeah. My God, she's talking like an expert, right?
She is.
She knows in and out. Yeah, this one is apt for this. I went to the tanning place your wife
Place your
suggested.
wife suggested. Was that the sun?
There's a follow-up also. Then how do you say he's not a Friends fan? I still don't get it.
I am astonished. I am disagreeing only.
Seriously.
Get Nakul on board. Let's have a
There's one
debate,
more.
face off between the brother and the sister, and we will eat, sit with popcorn.
Like they can be our Ross and Monica.
Yeah, Ross and Monica. We can
Do
have a
you also
trivia
have?
on that.
Now I want to ask Malika. Do you also have a Geller Cup?
Do I have a?
Geller
Geller
Cup.
Cup, that football tournament.
No, no.
Oh yeah, we still have a few comments. This
Oh
is from
my
Ananya
God.
for this Chandler's punchline. I'm not good at the advice. Can I interest you in a sarcastic comment?
Love it.
Yeah, so this is that. And this one is from Malika. Yo, Malika.
There's a
Hi,
Mallika
hi,
Prachi
Prithvi.
in the
That's my
comment
cousin.
section.
There's one more. I'll just take this up and then we'll
Don't.
move on. Let's see. Once my sister ate my favorite leftover ice cream from the fridge and put the empty box of ice cream back in the fridge just to disappoint me. Oh, this one is epic. Nakul, thank you so much. I mean, this
For
is
letting us
epic.
know.
Nakul is here to just
Malika,
rant
why
about
would you
me.
do that? Malika, why would you do that? I mean, come on. Oof. This is not done, man. I'm just imagining if I were in that situation, I'd take out that empty box with so much expectations. Then I open up disappointment.
I do
Oh
remember doing
God.
that. But yeah, it was fun.
Why would you remember? You were not the victim there. Bro, that's nasty. Oh, that is nasty. I totally agree. Good. We have some fantastic audience today.
See, the
Okay, so I
show.
think,
It's because of the show. And Malika, of course.
yeah, definitely. This one is for Malika. Malika, how you doing?
I'm
Oh, this
good.
is getting hilarious by the minute. Okay, this one was for Prachi, right? The tanning one
Yeah.
for Malika. That is for Prachi. Okay, so then next one is for Malika. Yes.
What is Chandler Bing's job? He's a
Oh my God.
transponster.
She's got it. Perfect. And then
It's not even
Monica says,
a word.
it's not even a word.
Word.
What she said? Something to do with transponding. He's a
Transfer, huh?
transponster.
He's
He's
a
a
transponster, yeah.
transponster.
Transponster. Okay, by the way, do you guys know what is Chandler's actual job? Before
Oh
I
he gets
God.
into
have
marketing.
recently
Before he
Googled
gets
it.
into marketing. Huh?
Statistical data something.
Huh.
Yeah. Very
Data
close.
configuration, something.
Data
Yeah.
configuration and statistical modeling or something of that sort.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
transponder is the perfect guess. Okay, Nikhil is becoming a little nasty in the comments. Maybe we'll circle back to that a little later. Yeah, Roshan is saying transponder. It's
Hmm.
perfect. On point. Yes. So next one is for Prachi. Not exactly a one-liner, but I thought I should
But
bring
it is
this
an
in.
epic line. It like in the
Yeah.
initial time of his career, he does this ad for some men's lipstick. It was so gruff,
It's
but then
it's a Japanese commercial aired only in Japan. The ad is
oh my
hilarious. In
goodness.
the end, he gives a punchline. So Prachi, do you remember the punchline?
No, 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 I did not. I was very busy seeing him.
Okay, maybe let's pass it over to
Oh,
Malika
Malika,
if she
please.
remembers.
I Ichiban lipstick for men.
My God, she started again. The way he says it, Ichiban, lipstick for men. Epic. That ad itself is hilarious.
Right.
Too
Oh,
good.
So these are the one-liners that I had. But apart from that, in case you have anything else, we can discuss that as well. So I thought visual will be more fun.
It was, it was.
Hmm. So yeah, then we have stuff like Phoebe saying, "Look, he's a lobster," and things like that. So
That's
we
my
do have.
favorite. That's literally my favorite. The
Oh, is
moment I
it?
get a person in my life, I'm going to actually upload
Hmm.
my Instagram story saying he's my lobster.
He's my
I'm
lobster.
just
Oh
waiting for it.
wow. Hmm. So great. So we are done with the second segment. Yeah. So let's jump into the. Okay, I think we have one more comment. I never knew this ad existed. Oh, you
Oh.
should go and watch that episode. It's too
Exactly. It's
good.
fun.
Ichiban lipstick for men. I can't stop saying that. Okay, we have one more comment. Okay, I was
Ananya.
planning to discuss it a little later, but I think we should take this up. My
My
eyes,
My
eyes,
my
my
eyes.
eyes.
eyes, my eyes.
When Phoebe sees, Chandler and Monica through
Monica
Ross's
Monica.
doing
apartment,
it. They're doing it. They're doing
they're
it.
doing it, they're doing it. Then Rachel says, I know it. I know. Oh, yeah. So there's one question from Nakul, which I'll take up later because I think that probably is the next segment. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Ichiban lipstick.
You wanted what?
Is Ichiban lipstick? No. जॉब से निकाल देंगे मुझको.
I literally imagined the entire scene in my head where you had the lipstick on and then you walk inside Jain College.
Why? Why? Just because I love that ad doesn't mean I want that lipstick. For God's sake. Oh God. For information, I don't put an ounce of makeup. Okay. Because there are men's makeup products also. That's why I'm
Yeah,
clarifying
Yeah.
yeah.
this. I don't use an ounce of makeup. Hmm. Okay, there is one question on the Friends reunion. So maybe we will take it up a little later. So I'll just keep a tab on these comments. Okay, let's get into our third segment. So third segment is called Regina Phalange. That is our third segment. So this is a character which Phoebe makes up.
Right.
So so this segment is about the Friends character, which is our favorite character. So that's why I thought let's name the segment after a character which Phoebe created. So Regina Phalange
Hmm.
is one. She's also created a character called Princess Consuela Banana Hammock.
Right.
I think only she can come up with
She
stuff like this.
names herself, like she changes her
Yeah,
name to that, right?
yeah. Or she's
And I
planning to
love
change her
how Mike
name.
deals with it. Like, love it.
Yeah, superb, superb. So Regina Phalange is one of her favorite characters. Of course, there is a reference in the last season where she talks about the left phalange is not working.
Right.
But anyways, so this is to do with the favorite character. So I want to ask each one of
Hmm.
you who is your favorite character, and maybe if you can tell us the reasons for that. Yeah. So who wants to start with this? So maybe we'll start with Malika because she
Sure.
has been a little quiet for some time.
No, no, no. My
Yes.
favorite character would be Rachel. Obviously, girly, girly
Okay.
stuff. She's very pretty, and
Oh,
the way she's made up her life, like being from a princess, like a daddy's little girl, to making it on her own in the city. So I like that character build up. Of course, Chandler also, but I think I would go with Rachel.
Rachel. Okay.
I
Fair
love how
enough.
she's dressed. Her outfits in every episode is iconic. In every episode, I love her dresses.
All the Bloomingdale's, Ralph Lauren, and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
No, before that also she had great fashion sense, and after that also she killed it.
Hmm.
Like
Hmm.
I
Correct.
seriously have a entire collection that I want to wear this some fine day. Rachel's
Whoa.
wardrobe is like for us, it is like a dream wardrobe, isn't it?
Right. Exactly. I have pins saved on my Pinterest.
See?
Rachel green outfit, Rachel green outfit.
Excellent.
Convenient.
Some big plans, big plans in the
Very, very good.
pipeline. But yeah, I will agree. Of course, I don't have that much of fashion sense like you guys. But amongst the six of us, I think she dresses the best. I think that you have to
Yes.
hand it to her, right? Hmm. Okay. So yes, coming to Prachi, who is your favorite character?
I'll not lie. I started watching this show for Rachel because
Mhm.
I was a big fan of
Okay.
Jennifer Aniston. But then,
Hmm.
as I watched the show, I felt that I relate a lot with Monica, and Monica is my favorite character because she is a people's pleaser, which is I just happen to relate a lot. Like she's a
Hmm.
competitor, but
Okay.
she's a great host. She's an amazing sister. She's a great friend, an amazing, amazing girlfriend. She's like everybody's favorite. For me, she has not
Okay.
been bad to anybody at any times. You do have to put up with her sometimes, but then she'll be at your goods and bads, no matter what. Like the Rachel happened to come into her life out of nowhere, and then she let Rachel live with her. So for me,
Hmm.
like it's Monica. Monica is like if you.
Monica.
But yeah, this is. I just feel this is a very unfair question because every character has their own personality traits which you happen to fall in love with. But yeah, to choose one, I would go for Monica.
Go for Monica. Yeah, perfectly fair enough. And she has it OCD of cleaning all the time.
I have that.
Perfection, keeping things on their place. I remember there is one episode where I think they are rearranging all the CDs or something, the music
Yeah.
CDs,
Right.
something. And I think Chandler puts one wrong CD in a cover or something.
Correct.
And then somebody says, wait till Monica finds out. Something like that. I vaguely remember.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
And do you
that
remember the episode with the door, which Monica never lets you open?
Oh,
ah
yeah. Then they try to make
You
some
open
key,
it
they try to use a
somehow,
hammer.
and
Yeah,
crazy
exactly.
it is.
And some crap comes out of it, right? Some old items.
Yes.
all mess.
Oh God.
I loved
I
to
think,
see that side of
Mhm.
Monica as well. Like it made me feel a little
Yeah,
human.
yeah, true. Otherwise, it's all perfectionist up to that point.
Yep.
I think for me also, it is something like what happened with Prachi. So initially for me, it was Joey. So Joey used to be my favorite character. But after I've rewatched Friends, then somehow it became Chandler for me. See, initially
Hmm.
you feel like even in the initial seasons, it's like he's the clown of the group. He cracks jokes, is very funny, hilarious, with situations with Janice and stuff like that. But as you discover his character arc, you find that he's actually a very emotional person who feels very deeply, and obviously humor is there, no doubt. Humor is like spot on, no doubt. But I feel that his character is much more than that. As I said,
Hmm.
if you look at it very closely, very emotional person, feels very deeply. So that's
He's
what
a
made
great
me,
friend as well. Like whatever he does for
yeah,
Joey,
great
he treats
friend.
Joey like a kid. I
Yeah.
love the dynamics of Joey and Chandler very much. Like, do you realize
Correct.
like they have showed in the show all the time that everybody is
Hmm.
cracking a joke and Joey doesn't get it. So Chandler all the time waits for Joey
Yes.
to
Going
realize
to
the
get.
joke. Like he waits for him to get it hit. And then he'll be like,
Correct.
oh, now you got it. He
Now you
doesn't
got
let
it.
Joey feel dumb.
And initially, he has supported Joey a lot, before
Hmm.
Joey's character really takes off. So
Yes,
he's not even
yes.
taken rent from him, met his expenses and stuff like that. So a really
Do
good
you
friend.
remember that part where Joey has to take somebody with him for some award show and he says, I want to take Chandler because he has put a lot of
Hmm.
money, this, that, and then
Correct.
Chandler, he's like, so you're never going to return my money? So Joey is like, not really.
There's one episode where Joey says, dude, now I'm earning. Tell me how much it is and I'll pay you back. Then Chandler says, no, we don't have to do it and all that. But Joey
Yeah.
insists. When Chandler tells him the number, he's like, I think it was a bad idea.
Let me earn my sort.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think
There
it's
is,
also how he's grown. In the beginning of the show, he's just a kid and not serious, scared of commitments, love. And then
Correct.
he goes on to propose Monica himself. He chooses the
Correct.
ring. Then he also agrees to being a father when Monica tries to freak him out by saying about the kids,
True.
by talking about the kids. So the way he's grown is also his character is growth is amazing.
I
Absolutely.
do
I mean, I
feel
love
you,
Joey.
Joey's character has grown
Hmm.
a lot, and that is why we maybe happen to like the show. Because we also, as people, evolve. Like maybe when I
Yeah.
was 20, I was a very
True.
teenager. I used to not get a lot of things. But today, I'm a different person. I'm a bit more humble than what I was back then. So the characters have
True.
also exactly grown. Like Joey was very, very innocent and he was very careless, but
Immature.
then he turned out to be so
Yeah.
mature later on. Chandler
Correct.
became an entirely family person. Rachel became self
Correct.
independent. It was crazy for me, like very
Very true.
relatable.
Yeah. Very true. This is one episode. I think Ross is going to get some award, and he's asking
Yes.
everybody to get ready. He's sitting in one chair. He gets up to go to the
Right.
washroom. Joey comes and sits there. Then Chandler comes and says,
That's
"Get
my
up."
place. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my place. Joey says who? He's like, I was here. Then Joey says, now you're not. And Chandler is like, it's not like I went to Spain. I just went to the washroom. Oh God, that sense of humor.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That episode apparently they had budget cuts. So they didn't have
Oh, is it?
the budget, yeah, to shoot in different scenes with a different background. So that episode everything is filmed only in Monica's hall. The
Apartment. Yeah.
entire thing. Everybody is trying to get ready, but
Yeah.
nobody is getting ready. That episode is entirely filmed in Monica's apartment because they didn't have the budget apparently.
Okay, you're
Interesting.
saying Monica's apartment and probably Chandler and Joey's apartment, right? Or even that is not there.
No,
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 that
no
was
other
not
room,
there
only
in the
the
episode.
hall,
The entire
only the
episode is
living
only
room.
Oh,
in
it
the
is
hall. Like
entirely in their
Joey is
apartment.
taking the
Oh,
time of the world to get ready. They have showed that
Hmm.
only.
yeah.
But then the
This
moment
is the
she walks
episode
in,
where
everything dressed
Joey
too.
wears all the clothes
Everything.
of Chandler.
Yeah. And then he does
And he says,
lunges. I'm
he
like,
does
Could I
wow.
be
lunges.
wearing any more clothes?
Absolutely. He's like, I'm Chandler. Could I be wearing any more clothes? Okay,
And
we
I
have
love
a
that
few
he
comments
recreated
here.
that in
Yeah, yeah.
reunion.
Sorry?
Hmm.
They
Yeah,
recreated
he
the thing
did
in the
that. He
reunion.
recreated that in the reunion. Absolutely. Okay, let's take a few comments here. There's one comment from Roshan Ken Adams. Ken Adams is Joey, right?
Right.
Ken Adams is Joey, if I remember. It's been some time since I've rewatched it, but I think Ken Adams is Joey.
Yeah, they'll be
Malika, you can
discussing
correct
on
me.
fake
Malika will say
names.
it's right or wrong.
They
Yeah,
discuss
Malika is
about the
our.
fake names. So that time, Joey
Uh,
says, "Ki I make up fake names all the time," and it says Ken Adams, and
oh,
then Phoebe
yeah.
shakes the hand and
Correct.
says Regina
Regina
Falange.
Falange.
Regina Falange. Correct. Ken Adams. Correct. Oh my God. This Nikhil and his questions. How many claps are there in the Friends theme
I have
song?
no idea.
I
Four,
have not
no?
counted.
No, there are a lot
Don't
of
think I
claps.
counted. Initially, there were some claps. I
Four
Huh,
don't
claps.
initially,
Chit, chit,
remember.
chit, chit. I think four.
That's
After
it,
that,
right?
there are claps. No, I think.
no,
Okay,
later on
Malika
also
says
they
four.
have claps when they are singing.
Okay, might be. I mean, who does that? Who counts the claps?
Ask Nikhil if he has counted. We want
So this
Yeah,
is
answers.
if
typical
Nikhil.
Nikhil. See, this is
Yeah.
typical Nikhil. There is no surprises here. Okay, there is one comment from Ananya. She said, Rachel and Monica slay. Yeah.
Hmm.
They do. They literally do.
There is one episode I recall that these two are having fight, and then Phoebe holds them by their ears.
Hmm.
Why
You
don't you
two could
stop?
be my bitches in the prison.
Yeah. If you were in
If I were
prison,
in prison,
you
you
would
guys
be
would
my
be the
bitches.
bitches.
You would be my bitches. It's a crazy
Oh,
episode.
crazy, crazy episode.
But I, I
Nikhil is
honestly
back.
feel that you
Four
can
or
respect
three.
anyone but not
Four.
with Phoebe. Phoebe would kill.
Yeah, Phoebe you can't mess with. You
Hmm.
can mess with those two. You can't mess with Phoebe.
You can mess with anybody, but not Phoebe.
Not
No, not
Phoebe.
in this lifetime.
Seriously. There is one episode where Phoebe says, "My body works faster than Western medicine."
Right.
She comes with those absolutely bizarre statements. Oh. Okay, Malika, do you want to answer this four or three? Or should I go on to the next
It's
comment?
four. It's four.
Four. Okay. So four is Malika's final answer. So there is one comment from Roshan. Rachel go long. I'm not.
When they are
Oh, this
playing
is that
Oh
football
yeah,
tournament, right?
the
That
tournament where
Geller
all of
Cup.
them are playing.
they are against each other. The
Yeah,
boys and the
correct,
girls
correct.
team up, right?
Yeah,
Boys
right.
versus girls.
Yeah,
Correct, correct.
Rachel go long.
And I
Got
think
it.
eventually Monica throws it to Rachel, right? And she has the touchdown. That's what
You
happens,
mean
right?
at the end of the game?
End of that, yeah, end of that.
No, no, the
End
end
of
of
the
the
day,
episode is
Monica
Ross
and
and Monica fighting. It ends
Monica
there.
and Ross have a fight, and then both of them hold the thing and just sit there, and
Lie
everybody
down
else goes
there.
back to the apartment and has
Oh
their
yeah,
food.
but I think Rachel scores the touchdown, right? That's what I recall. Oh
Not sure.
no. Okay, I may be
No
wrong.
idea.
So Rachel go long. Our
Hmm.
next comment from Nikhil is good. So we are going to have a discussion on good. I mean, these kind of episodes or epic moments. Maybe we'll take it up at that point. Yeah. So Roshan has a follow-up comment. Yes, she does. So I'm right. She scores a
Okay.
touchdown. Okay, Nikhil,
Somebody
we'll
up
take up
there.
your comment in the next segment. Yeah. So I think we are done discussing our favorite characters. So now we have one more segment, the last segment to go. I mean, after that also we can discuss, other stuff. But segment wise, we have a last segment. Just give me 1 second. Okay. Yes. So coming to the last segment. Last segment, I have called it 18 pages. So here we are going to discuss, what we feel are some of the epic moments from the show or some excellent episodes, something like that. So, in case you have any
Hmm.
epic moments or some episodes that you feel were amazing, those we can discuss. So, anyways, we have a comment from Nikhil here. Uh, as far as episode goes, the cheesecake episode was good. Yeah, totally agree. I think this is where the cake is not really meant for them. It gets
Yeah.
delivered
They're
Right.
either to the
stealing
wrong
it
address.
basically.
They're stealing it. Yeah, they're stealing it.
I
Then
love
they
how the
feed
episode ends
with Joey coming in.
with a fork from a pocket. Like, where
Oh,
does
from
that
his
come
jacket
from?
pocket. No, first they divide that cake,
Yeah.
Rachel and Chandler, and Rachel is going out. She accidentally drops it in the corridor,
Hmm.
and then Chandler comes. He starts pulling her leg, saying, "You don't have anything left. I have a whole cake left to me, or something."
So she
She
drops
hits
his.
that. Yeah, he hits his hand. Cake drops. Then they go to the floor using the fork, trying to eat from the floor. And then, as Prachi mentioned, Joey walks in, and he's like,
What are we
"What are we
having here?"
having?"
When he pulls
Yeah,
out
what
the
are we
fork
having
and
here? Like,
Takes
it
out
is
the fork
too
from his
good.
jacket. Oh, too good episode. Too good. So, any other episode or epic moment you guys think? I have a couple of them, but first I want to hear from you guys. Till then, I'll just cover the comments.
hmm.
Oh, this comment is interesting. Nikhil again. Mallika, did you not tell me that for a long time you did not watch the end episodes since you did not want it to end? Oh, you did that?
Right.
So you
I
kept
was
the
scared Ross and
episodes
Rachel would
on
not
hold.
end together. And they keep it like that
Oh.
till the end.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
so they keep it like a suspense. You exactly don't know what
Hmm.
is going to happen. But you were so sad that the show is going to end. That's maybe
Yeah,
some last 3, 4 episodes you delayed them.
yeah.
So how long did you delay them?
I would go back to the first episode. I never actually completed till the last. I would start watching it again.
Are you serious? So you went to rewatch?
Yeah.
So you went
The
into a
entire
rewatch.
nine
Season
seasons.
one.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Whoa.
why she knows all the lines.
Okay, so after how many rewatches did you watch the end episodes finally?
I mean, at one point I was like, now I want to know what happens. And I was not using any
Finally.
social media or
Finally.
anything, not to get any
Okay.
spoilers. Finally, I watched it and I finally bawled and all. Like, she actually got off the plane and all that. Yeah.
Still, she's not
Not,
answering the question. After how many rewatches?
I actually don't remember.
But at least a couple of them.
Yeah, yeah. Two, three times though.
How did you manage that?
I
I
have no
wouldn't go into
idea.
a
Like,
rewatch before watching
seriously.
the end episodes. That is some resolve you have. I wouldn't have been able to pull that off. Oh, this is unique. See, we have come across two unique viewers. One who started watching Friends from season 6, and one who did not finish it and rewatched it couple of times. Wow. Oh, this is a good question. Who is your
Least
least favorite
favorite
character, if any?
character.
This is going to be a tough one because we have ended
Least
up liking all the
favorite.
characters in some or the other way. Maybe we
So
can
it
pick
can be some other character also, right? Leaving the five main people.
Hmm.
five main people or six main people.
Six, six, six.
You need
Just
coffee.
for that.
In the beginning, you
My
wanted
math is
coffee.
not good. I just
Oh,
happened to
come
score
on.
well in exams.
Wouldn't you say that this was just a slip of tongue?
Yeah. Oh, damn. I'm not that smart, I guess. Okay, coming back to the question.
You're falling into your own trap now.
I know I do that. That
Prachi.
is why I never wanted to do this because I literally gave it a thought when you asked me,
Okay,
"Okay, do
let's
you
do one
really want
thing.
to have me?"
In case, yeah, in case you don't want to pick from this six, maybe you can pick from the side characters.
It's
So we have a
Monica's
bunch of
mom
them.
for
We
me.
have
I hate her.
Emily.
No,
Emily.
you
for
hate
me,
Monica's mom, is it?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, Monica's mom. Monica's mom reminded me. I mean, till then she was like very insignificant, but there is one dialogue of hers which I really love. There is one episode where Monica and Ross they start revealing each other's secrets in front of their
Yes.
parents. Okay,
Hmm.
I think Ross says Monica and Chandler are living together, and then Monica says Ross
Ross and
got married
Rachel
to
are
Rachel
married.
and got
Yeah.
divorced again. And then their mom is like, this is too much information to process in
Yeah.
30 seconds. But one scene I really like her. But yeah, okay, so that is one character I don't like. Okay, fine. Malika, anything with you?
Emily. I just don't like Emily.
Don't like Emily. I feel little bad for her though. I mean, come
Actually,
on.
because it
On
was
her
not her
Hmm.
wedding,
mistake. Of
She
on
course, she
made
her
should have
Ross
wedding,
move
married
to
Rachel.
London. I mean, even before
that
he
is
was
one
getting married.
episode which I was going to discuss as an epic moment when Ross says that I, Ross, take the
Take
Take
Rachel.
the
Rachel.
Rachel.
Wow, what a
And
moment.
then
Till
Rachel is in
then,
the
not
crowd.
holding your
She's like,
breath.
"Did he take my name?"
Yeah, I was just wondering. It is like the wedding is going to go through. Maybe they will divorce Ross in the later episodes, and again they'll end up something like that will happen. That's what I
Yeah,
thought. But this was what a twist.
unexpected. Yeah.
What a twist. And apparently, this is one episode where they've improvised.
Do
Apparently,
you
this
do
was
you know
not
this
there in the
thing?
initial script.
Do you remember
Hmm.
this part where after this
Mm.
mess, after this glitch that happens, that Ross takes Rachel's name instead of Emily's, Phoebe in
Mm.
her place is trying to contact people.
Yeah,
And then she's like, "This is
correct.
Regina Philange, Ross's brain doctor." And what a save! It was a
Yeah, I
clue.
think she is carrying those whatever triplets, right, at
Triplets.
that point.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. She
she
was
is
pregnant.
not able to travel, and over the phone she listens to this epic statement.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Take the creature.
That
Yeah,
is
but this was
Friends show
improvised.
about all about, like friends being friends. She knows that he
Hmm.
has messed it up, but then she's still trying to
Yeah,
save it somehow,
save
even
it.
when she's
Correct.
not
Correct.
even there.
Yeah, true. Apparently, somebody on the set, either the producer or somebody from on the set, they messed up this name. They said Rachel, oh, sorry,
Oh.
Emily. And writers were apparently there on the set, and then they felt that this can be a very good way why this wedding doesn't happen. Apparently, they had something else planned why the wedding doesn't go
Hmm.
through. And then they put this in. Imagine. Hats off to the writers, but something happened on the set and it flashed. They put it in the script. Amazing. Okay, we have one comment. Joey doesn't share food. There is one comment here, the one with Ross's sandwich. Oh, yeah. I think somebody keeps stealing his sandwich at his workplace, right?
Yeah, yeah.
One person
That is
eats
what
it.
is,
One person eats it. His boss only eats
yeah.
it.
His boss eats it
What
and
if
then
you
he
recall?
Yeah,
confesses, I ate half of it and threw half of it in the trash. And
in the
that's where he
dustbin. Yeah.
gets pissed.
But
And
why
I
does he
love
show half of it in
Chandler's
the trash?
line about it.
Right.
Ross says, ki,
Yeah.
somebody ate my sandwich, and then he's like, did you call the police?
What did the cops say?
Yeah, what did the
What?
cops say?
Oh my God, this woman is mad. She corrected that sentence.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, now I recall. He says, oh, what did
Hmm.
the cops say? Yeah, Joey doesn't share food. I think we have discussed this. I'm not even sorry. Okay, there is one long comment here. I'll first bring this up
Don't.
on the screen.
Nakul, oh my God.
It's fine, man. Relax. She used to watch it on computer in house wearing earphone and laugh really loudly at my mom yelling at her for laughing for no reason. I think
Malika, I'm
probably
not even
Malika
going to
said,
laugh over it because I relate to it so badly. I used to study late night exam for my exams,
okay. Hmm.
for my BCom final exams, and then I used to, whenever I used to get bored, I
Okay.
used to start watching Friends with you. Like, of course, I knew why I was laughing, but my mother used to get up at 3 a.m. at night, and she's like, "What is wrong with you?"
What is wrong with you? I have a sense that maybe Malika is semi regretting coming live.
No, no, it's okay.
Oh, yeah, it's okay. But my favorite part is that ice cream one. Very bad, very bad.
Oh God.
And she's like, I
I
don't
was
remember.
thinking,
Why don't you
where in
remember?
Friends is ice cream reference?
No, no, Nakul gave
Okay,
us
this is
a
your ice cream
so
reference.
Right.
Uh, okay, there's one comment, Phoebe Boo. I don't know
Yeah,
what this
Nakul doesn't
means.
like Phoebe for some reason.
Oh, he's booing her. I thought maybe something Phoebe has said.
what is
And then
Nakul
Phoebe's I
saying?
wouldn't get too much into this. She cheated on Paul.
Oh my
Okay,
goodness.
who is Paul? Who's Paul? I remember she ends up with Mike, right?
Yeah,
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 yeah.
she ends up with
Mike
I
Mike.
don't know why.
Hannigan, the
Why do I
Ant
remember it?
Man.
Yeah.
He had one Russian boyfriend, right? Some scientist guy.
Hmm.
David.
Yeah, that I remember.
David
Ah, David. Yeah,
Cummings.
that guy I
Even
remember.
I am not
This
able to
Paul
recall
was
who Paul
somehow.
is.
Yeah, even
Nakul.
I'm. If come on, if Mallika is not able to recall, I won't even try. I won't even try
Hands
doing that.
down.
I
Paul.
think it's done. Yeah.
She cheated on Paul.
Oh, there is one
Now
more
he has
comment
left
from
a bug
Nikhil.
in our
I'm
head.
thinking, huh?
Now he has left a bug in my head. Who is Paul? I have to
Yeah.
rewatch the
Okay,
entire show to.
Nikhil. There is one comment from Nikhil which I have in 2 minutes whether to take it up or not. So for the time being, I am going to the next comment. This is from Lakshmish. Nakul, you must have joined it live.
That is what even
I
I
don't
was
disagree.
telling you.
But still, I'm hung up on this statement from Malika that he doesn't like friends. I mean, it is not making sense to me. He
He
seems to be
does not.
hands
He
on with
calls it
every.
overrated.
It's impossible. He's
But
there
then,
on a
how does he
live
know
that is
so much?
talking about Friends.
He's
How does he
watched it
know so
multiple
much?
times, but does not like it.
Hmm. Okay. Oh, Nakulas Karate. Oh, that is his actual name. Paul Rudd is the person who has played Mike. So he was
Hmm.
talking about that Paul.
Oh, that's why we are
So
not
he
able
knows
When
the
did
name of
to
that
figure out
character
who Paul
also.
is.
when did she
It
Arey,
seems
when
to
cheat
she is
on
be.
initially
Paul?
dating Mike, no, and then David comes in front of her and
Hmm.
she tells David that she's seeing nobody.
Okay.
Right,
Got it,
right.
got it, got it, got
But
it,
do you
got it.
remember the part where they actually go and discuss that? Like when she tells Rachel and Monica that something like this happens,
Hmm.
and then Monica says, ki, of course, being a friend's friend, she says, ki, you might not have a window to tell. And then she tells, ki, David asked me if I'm seeing somebody, and I said no. Then Monica is like, yeah, that would have been your window. You could have actually told. It's a good
Okay, I
episode.
understood what you said, but I think you broke up in between just for a few seconds.
Yeah.
Just for a few seconds.
Oh, is it?
I was just trying to check whether Mallika also
It's
had the
okay.
same thing or it's a problem from my end. So, as usual, it's a problem from your end, Prachi. But yeah, I remember that. So, I think their timelines are overlapping, right? She's also seeing David, she's also seeing Mike
But
at the
that
same
is
time.
initially,
There's an
she was
overlap
not
here.
so much in love with Mike at that time. And she did not cheat,
This can
cheat,
be
cheat.
debated.
She realized it.
The
So yeah, we
moment
can.
you say she did not, okay, Prachi, the moment you say she did not cheat, that means you're open to the possibility that yes, she
No,
might
no,
have
no, no,
cheated.
no, no. You are not
So
allowed to get to that angle at all. I would just say ki, she stops it,
it
right?
is debatable. It is debatable.
Yeah, very
It is
much
debatable.
debatable.
Okay.
I'm not on her
Okay, let's
side.
leave it at that.
Yeah.
Hmm. There's no comment. Yes, I don't know what exactly this yes is for, but okay, this is for probably Nakul joining live. Maybe
Nakul is an
Nakul
anime
is an
lover. Yeah, I
anime
can
lover.
see L as his
So now we have
DP.
started discussing about people who are commenting instead of friends characters. We have started discussing about our audience. Wow. Okay, Nikhil has been pestering me to watch anime. So till now, I have not really got around. In fact, a lot of people have told me. So people have told
Hmm.
me to
Even they
start
are
off
good.
with what Death Note or something.
Death Note,
Few people
Hmm.
have
yeah. You
started
must
pestering.
watch it. It's a good watch. It's just
Okay,
32
maybe
episodes.
once I watch anime, we can have an episode for anime.
We can
Then
add
maybe
Nakul
Nikhil
also in
can
it.
come on the show.
At that
Yeah.
time, you can add Nakul. I'm not an anime fan.
As of now, I have not watched anime. I've watched animated movies. Yeah.
No, no,
Hmm.
you
But
should
yeah,
watch.
I've got a
Yeah,
lot of
Death
recommendations
Note
to
is a must
watch.
watch.
Death Note, it's a must watch, is it? Okay, I'll take that as a recommendation. Maybe I'll
Yeah,
soon I'll get to watching that one.
yeah.
Yeah, there is one comment from Ananya. Nakul wants to look cool by saying it is overrated, but secretly binges it every day. Oh, Malika, what are your thoughts on this?
No, no. He actually
This is
kind of
interesting.
finds it
Actually, doesn't like.
overrated. I think
Okay.
at that point of time, when we were watching it for the first time, there was not much content for him to watch. So
I think
for
it's
him,
clarified. In the next comment
yeah.
itself is clarified. This is overrated. Yeah. There's one more comment from Ananya. The Office all the way. Yeah. Office is another brilliant show.
Yeah, yeah.
Another brilliant show. But yeah, this is not the topic for discussion. But yeah, Dwight Schrute and Jim. Steve is obviously there. Okay, let's not divert. Okay, Nakul, if you're gonna rate the series, okay, this is going somewhere else. I have to strike a balance now. I have to only find comments which are relevant to friends.
Hmm.
Oh, there is a contest here between
About
Yeah.
three shows. Let's not go
they are
there.
rating TV shows.
What
They are
is
rating different TV
what is the
shows.
first one? What is the first one?
The Big
The
Bang
Big
Theory.
Bang Theory.
The Big Bang Theory. Okay, Big Bang Theory I've
Probability.
watched. I loved that
Hmm.
show also. I've watched Office as well. I'm a fan of Office as well.
Same,
When
same.
is Big Bang Theory? It is Sheldon Cooper all the way.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's not divert. Oh, there is
No, I'm a
somebody
Friends
in my
fan. I'm a
category.
genuine Friends
No anime.
fan.
Okay, I'm not saying
Same.
please no anime. I'm not saying please no anime, but so Ananya I think doesn't like anime.
Team Malika she is.
Hmm. Yeah, so Lakshmi again says, I definitely knew why Nakul joined the life. Okay. What does this mean?
GOT, Game of Thrones,
Game of
GOT?
more
Thrones.
than BB.
Game of Thrones and Breaking Bad, maybe, right?
Yeah.
BB is Breaking Bad, I'm guessing. I watched both
Nikhil
the
is going
shows.
to be triggered now.
Oh, yes. For Nikhil, Breaking Bad is like
Nikhil must be
epic.
typing
No
now.
show.
BB is the
Yeah, for
greatest
Nikhil, no
show.
show can come close to Breaking Bad. So I've watched both GOT and Breaking Bad. I love both of them, so I don't want to get into this discussion. But yeah, Nikhil will be triggered.
He's typing right now, I think.
One of the best episodes in the entire series is while they are going at Thala for a reason. Huh? This is which? Is this Friends?
No, I think.
I have no context for this. Maybe somebody can clarify in the chat box. Okay, there is clarification from Nakul why he hates Friends. I don't know whether we should get into that. Oof. Okay, maybe we'll
Oh my
take this
God.
one comment. Let's see. I feel hate for the show got induced in me because Didi would watch Friends all the time on Comedy Central when I would want to watch something else. Oh, and she wouldn't give the remote. Malika, what all stuff have you done to your younger sibling?
I
First, you
have
cheated
been
him
a
with ice
bully.
cream. This, well, I can't comment much on that because I am an elder sibling. I've done similar stuff. Can't really comment on
Even
that.
I'm an elder sibling, but I've not done any of this. We
I
used
have
to have
done
That you should
basically.
ask your younger sibling.
no,
That you
no, we
should
used
ask
to
your
have
younger
alternate
sibling.
days. I'm very good at managing. So I used to be like, today is
Older,
Monday, today is my day, Tuesday is going to be
that
your
is
day.
one
Tuesday we'll
category.
watch everything that you watch.
Prachi,
So
before
that is
you
why
take some
how
high ground, before you take some high ground, that is one category, one small category, right? TV. Maybe there you had a good understanding. There is a lot of other stuff. So we'll have to check with your younger sibling.
you know him, yeah. You can talk to
All
him.
older siblings feel that they are some kind of angels, okay? That they are taking care of their younger siblings and all that. Maybe that is true, but we have done stuff to younger siblings. Yeah.
We have given
Oh,
some kind
now
of
this discussion is
ultimate
going into
trouble.
anime, Attack on Titans. I know there is an anime which I have been recommended. Okay, maybe I'll come back to that. Oh, okay. Have you guys realized we have spoken for 1 hour 20 minutes?
Yeah, I have realized that.
And Malika was a little nervous to start off. And we have
Yeah,
rambled on for 1 hour 22
20
minutes.
minutes.
Maybe it is because of the comments also. Like, big thanks to them. They have been a great part.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think a special shout out to Nakul, maybe.
Nakul, Nikhil,
Yes, we have to give a
Ananya
shout out to
also.
Nikhil, Lakshmesh, Ananya, and everybody else. No doubt about
Yeah,
it. So thank you so much, guys, for being so involved. Yes. So maybe we can discuss final few things, before we wrap up. Yeah. What do you think?
yeah.
Okay. As far as episodes go, I definitely want to mention that episode where everyone finds out
That's my
about
favorite episode.
Chandler
The one
and
where everybody
Monica.
finds
It
out.
starts with Joey. That's very interesting. So
Yeah.
the hotel calls when Chandler is not there, and they tell Joey that somebody has forgotten their eyelash curler in the hotel room.
right.
And Joey feels he has hooked up with some girl. And then when he asks Chandler, Chandler becomes nervous. It is like, it's mine.
My,
That eyelash curler is mine. And then he says, oh, dude, I thought you hooked up with some girl. And then Chandler says, that would have been a
that
Oh, I
would
better
have
forgot
been
explanation.
nice.
And then when they are in Monica's apartment, then all of them are sitting, and Monica comes and says, I'm unable to find my eyelash curler. Then it hits Joey and his expressions. Oh,
Best
oh,
part.
epic. Then they, trick him into not telling anyone. Then Rachel and
Hmm.
Phoebe realize.
Yeah,
Rachel,
that
I
part
think,
is so much
hears it
fun.
over the
Rachel
phone.
finds it out because because she picks up the
On
call.
the phone. Yeah, she
And
finds
my
it on
new
the
name is
phone.
Laundry. My new nickname is Laundry something.
Uh,
Wow. I
How
didn't
she
remember the
finds
exact
out.
conversation.
Yeah, I
Yeah, he's
remember.
using some code name like let's do laundry or something.
she says she's
And
going
then
to do the
she hears
laundry
Chandler's
and then
voice.
talks to him.
Exactly. That is how Rachel finds out. And I think
Hmm.
then Phoebe goes, my eyes,
Watches
cat
it.
Yeah.
monkey.
She watches it.
Yeah. And then they say, okay, they don't know, we know. That starts. That
I
entire
love
chain
that
starts.
part. I literally love that part.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we forgot that. That's a very important punchline. You know, they don't know, we know, they know, we know. That
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
sequence gets set in
Yeah,
motion. The
it's
only guy
crazy.
who's losing his mind is Joey. He's like, okay, now everybody knows, let's tell them. No. They
Yeah.
are like, they don't know, we know. They know. And Joey's like, तुम लोग भाड़ में जाओ.
But
Oh
I
my
love how
God.
the episode ends with like Phoebe trying to woo Chandler, and then Chandler just
Oh,
confesses that I love Monica, and that's like a banger for me.
yeah.
Episode
Yeah,
one and two.
absolutely.
Beautiful it is.
Too good, too good,
Yeah,
too good.
very very
Phoebe's
much
on a
like a
mission. If
fun
you look at
episode to a
Phoebe,
funny episode to an emotional end,
hmm,
like to a very very happy end.
true, very true. It starts out as a mischief, and then suddenly it takes an emotional side, where Chandler reveals that he can't do this anymore, and he reveals the truth. Amazing, really well
Hmm.
made episode. They don't know, we know, they know. Yeah, I think that's what Nikhil also has commented.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Spot on, Nikhil. Spot on. There's a follow up question. Why do you think Joey's spin off series did not work? Honestly, I have not watched Joey because a lot of people told me don't watch it. It's not that great. They try to make a spin off, but it doesn't really work. So I stayed away from that.
Hmm.
I've not really
I
watched
haven't
it.
watched it
I
either.
have no idea what it is.
Huh?
I have no idea what it is.
They made one more series only with Joey, a spin
Why
off.
would they do that?
Because of the popularity of the show Friends. They wanted to cash on that. Simple as that. That's how capitalism works.
I know, but
But I
still,
think
for
they
me,
just
all the six
managed.
people are apart.
They have done even spin-off series on Sheldon Cooper also from Big Bang Theory. They
Hmm.
came out with
Young Sheldon.
Young Sheldon. Yeah. So they try to cash on the popularity of the show. So sorry, Nikhil, I have not really watched. But there is one more show starring Matt LeBlanc. It's called Episodes. That's a
I
decent
have
one.
watched episodes.
Yeah. First season at least was a decent one. I started
Hmm.
watching second one. It didn't really click that much, so I stopped watching. But first one was a
Hmm.
decent one.
Hmm.
Yeah, so where everyone finds out, I really love that. And that same episode, where Monica's mom says this is too much information to process.
Hmm.
In that episode, if you remember, I think Prachi's talking to somebody on the side. Anyway, just to add more humor, more drama to this live stream. Very good. Carry on, carry on.
No, it's okay. I'm listening to you.
This is the first time that a guest has started having a parallel conversation because of the live stream. A lot of
No,
firsts on
it's
this episode.
fine.
Great.
Hold it, hold it.
Yo,
I'll just get it sorted. It's the thing is I'm alone at my place, so I just invited my
okay.
friend to sleep with me, and she's here, and I'm
Okay.
not being a good host. I'm busy here. I'm not even said
Okay.
hi.
So you can tell her that, yeah, you can tell her that we'll wrap it up in the next 5 to 10 minutes.
That is what I did
I'm just,
now, and you made a show out of it.
of course, my favorite character is Chandler, man. What do you expect? I should learn a thing or two from him, right?
Okay.
Yeah, what I was saying is in that same episode, Rachel messes up the dessert. And Joe is the
Hmm.
only one who loves it.
Who likes
Who
it?
likes
He is
it?
like,
Yeah.
what's
Who
not to
happens
like?
to like it?
Custard good, jam good,
Good.
meat
Meat.
good.
Good.
Good. Yeah. There's nothing to not like
That should
about it.
be that should be Prachi's line. Meat good.
No, for me, when do I
Yeah.
relate with Joey? When do you remember the
Mhm.
episode with the jams when Monica is trying to get over Richard and she makes jam all the time, and then Joey is
Hmm.
eating all
Yeah,
the
she
jam. I
all the
am that
jams.
kid.
Yeah.
I love jam.
Oh, is
I
it?
seriously
Even I
love
love
jam.
jam.
It is everything, but
I
yeah,
love jam.
jam makes me happy. Jam makes me remind of me of my childhood days. I love
See,
jam.
I have a sweet tooth. Oh, I love all sweets, jam
Yeah, same. Even
included.
I have.
Anytime. Hmm. Yeah, custard good. Jam good.
For
Milk
me,
good.
jam.
What a line, man. What a line. He's the only one who is having that. Chandler
Yeah.
says some bird took his dessert. That episode.
Phoebe cleverly
Oh.
escapes, saying, "Is there meat in this?"
Yeah,
Oh no,
I
I
am a
don't eat
vegan. So
meat.
she
I'm not
escapes.
eating. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Phoebe was
And I
street
think one
smart though.
last, absolutely. She says, yeah, she's put meat in that trifle. So she says, I can't have meat. I'm vegan.
Mm.
I think she's
Yeah.
the one who escapes first. Then these
Mm.
people start making up
Correct.
reasons.
Yeah.
Ross eats because he likes Rachel. That's why somehow forcefully he eats that stuff. Hmm. And then one episode which I definitely want to discuss is the last one.
Ah,
Fortunately, Monica, at this point, she has seen that, which conveniently she skipped those episodes. But yeah, last episode, I mean, come on. It leaves you emotional, right? When you
even
see
I
that
now,
know
when I
that
watch
whole
it, I cry
apartment,
until
at the end
now.
when she comes
What do I
back
do
to
with my
him.
life?
oh, yeah, exactly. Even I felt a part of life is gone. You don't know
Hmm.
what to do after
It had
this.
become so. I was so habitual to watching that show. I used to watch it when I woke up.
Mm.
I used to watch it while I had breakfast. I used to watch it once
Binge
I'm
watch,
home from
yeah.
college.
Binge
I used
watch.
to watch it again while dinner, or while I used to watch it in the evening instead of sleeping. Then I used to watch a one episode and then sleep. So once it ended, I was like, "What do I do all day now?"
Mm. And somehow you feel that a piece of life is missing, something like that, right?
Hmm.
Yeah,
There's some kind of an emptiness. When it hits you, when you see the empty apartment, when all their
Yeah.
luggage is packed, boxes are there, and those six people are standing and just sharing their, thoughts. Oh my God. And then they keep all the keys on the table.
yeah.
Hmm.
These guys are not even aware that Joey also has a spare key. Ross also has a spare key to their apartment. Oh, it's a very emotional episode.
There
Very
are two
Hmm.
emotional.
things. One is it is an emotional episode and it ends right, but then it gives a feeling of closure that yeah, they are all out now and they're settled down somewhere.
Yeah.
You are not left somewhere half-heartedly. Like, I am glad that they finished the show properly at a good note, at
Hmm.
a proper ending where we had our closures.
Absolutely. Yeah.
If
Yeah.
they would had just cut it from somewhere, I would have literally felt like my life is incomplete now. And the other thing
Correct.
is,
Correct.
do you remember this line? Like when they get out of the apartment saying they are going for a coffee, and then
Hmm.
Chandler says, "Where?"
Yeah. Yeah.
In an
Where?
interview,
Hmm. Yeah.
I found out that they did not have the studio, and they had already brought down the Central Park Wala studio. So he says, "Where?" So that's a
Oh,
inside joke.
okay.
Okay. I
Yeah.
thought it means like a sarcastic question. That's what it
No,
appears like.
no. I
Oh,
heard
that
it in
they're
some
already taken
interview.
down the set.
What I did, once Friends finished,
Hmm.
no, once the entire binge watch was
Hmm.
over, I started watching a lot of interviews of the
Hmm.
cast, of the crew,
Okay.
everything. I binge watched that once I was done with the show. So in these interviews, I found
Okay.
out what was improvised, what was BTS, how was the BTS. So in one of that, they
Okay.
told me they were in that interview it broke out ki they had broken down the set when because the show was
Hmm.
anyways over. So the end line was like, "Let's have coffee," and then Chandler says it in that tone ki where because they had no place to go to.
Where? Oh, so that's the inside
Hmm.
story about that.
Interesting.
Yeah, yeah. That's why the
Interesting.
where is there in the this thing episode.
Episode. Wow. We have one. Okay, we have few comments. Let's see. Hmm. Young Sheldon. Okay. That's good. Okay. Nikhil says Young Sheldon is good. Georgie and Mindy's first marriage, yeah, that is also spin-off from the Big Bang Theory. Okay, there's one comment from Ananya. So she says Joey didn't have a proper ending.
I
What are
agree.
your thoughts on this? She feels that
I
Joey didn't have a
agree. Like
proper ending.
he was left
Okay.
alone, I
Ariana is
felt.
yes, but then he gets to stay with Chandler, Monica, and their kids.
Chandler and Monica. See, at that part, I felt it is realistic. So they have
Hmm.
not deliberately tried to give everyone like a happy ending, something like that.
Correct.
That's what I
Exactly.
felt. I agree that he ends up staying with Chandler and Monica,
Hmm.
and at this point, we don't even know how his acting career is going. Right?
Correct.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we forgot Drake Ramore. There is so much, man. It's like we can go on for 5 hours,
Days of
right?
our lives.
Days of our
What
lives.
are days of our lives when we watch Friends for the first time?
No, sorry,
We lived
sorry.
the
What did you
days of
say?
our life when we started watching Friends for the first time.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, true,
She got it.
true. Yeah, she got it. Yeah, so I mean, we don't know exactly how his career is going. I mean, in between, he gets a lot of roles and stuff like that. But I felt with Joey, it was more of a realistic ending. That's
Yeah.
what I felt.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
Not
mean,
everything ends
it's
on a good
debatable.
note. Like something has to be
Yeah,
incomplete.
realistic. Yeah. So
Very
others, they
realistic.
get their happy ending sort of a thing. So that's my take. But yeah, you can debate otherwise. So Ananya felt that it's not a proper ending. It's perfectly fine. Ross and Rachel marrying closure. Triple question mark. Yeah, I think from the initial moment itself, I thought that they are meant to be together.
Yeah. Same.
Especially, when they watch that prom video,
Yeah. That is an
they're going to
epic
the college
moment.
prom. Oh,
That's where
epic.
Phoebe says, see, he's a
They
lobster.
A
he's
lobster,
the
yes,
lobster.
exactly. So that's when I felt that, they should end up together. So I
Hmm.
Yeah.
felt it was a closure in that sense. There's one more comment. One where Joey meets a young girl in the new house where Chandler and Monica are moving, and then Chandler says there was no girl. This somehow I don't recall. I remember
Arey,
that
A
Janice
small
also comes
child.
there.
it was really good. It was
Oh
really good.
yeah, that girl gets kicked out,
They
right?
pretend that she was a ghost,
Uh,
but she is not. But I like the
Ah.
girl,
ha
and
ha
I
ha
like
ha.
that
Okay, okay,
bond that
okay.
they have shown with
That I
Chandler.
remember. Yeah. Now I recall. Now I recall. But at some point, even Janice is going apartment hunting, and she ends up in the same neighborhood or something, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yes, yes. She is happen. They show that she is happening to buy some bungalow right next to their
Yeah,
house.
Next
property
to their,
exactly.
yeah.
There, correct. Oh,
I would
scary,
have
scary
died.
stuff.
Yeah, very exactly, very scary stuff.
Scary stuff. Yeah, Ananya says, I
I
love
lost
Chandler.
character.
Oh,
Heartbreak.
I was dreading this will come up. I was dreading this
I
will come up.
knew.
I mean, what do I say, man? What do I say? Today only, Prachi shared a meme with me where there is an episode where Monica says that Chandler is gone. So she's
Ross
only saying
says,
that she's.
I think Chandler is gone.
Ross says, okay, as one of them says that Chandler is gone. That is in context of they're not able to find him.
Hmm.
And
It's yeah,
now
I'm not able to find him.
it's like, yeah, it's heartbreaking, man. If you look at his life itself, it has been very tragic,
Hmm.
with all
Right.
his addictions and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know what to say. It's really heartbreaking. Very heartbreaking.
On the
I was
day
dreading
when
this will come
he
up.
passed, Nikhil called me in the morning to give me this news for some reason. I was sleeping. He called me and Malika, Matthew Perry passed. I woke up bawling my eyes out, and I don't even know who he is.
Shit.
What kind of person is crying? I woke up
Shit.
crying that day.
Exactly. Like we do not know him as a person, but we are so much in love with the character that I
Very
usually
true.
don't tell any stories about characters dying because I feel that's dumb. Some because people make comments about
Hmm.
it. You see
Hmm.
what is she doing? But
Correct.
with Chandler dying,
Correct.
I was like, I don't care what people are saying. I love this character, and it
Yeah.
is actually making me
Hmm.
feel bad right now. Also, when I think of it, it's
Very
it's the
true.
character build up, dude. Like too good.
See, I have been following their life a little bit, so I know he's struggled a lot. He's
Yeah.
battle addiction and things like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's very tragic, what happened. Very heartbreaking. Yeah, we still have couple of comments. Okay. Which duo do you guys like more? Joey and Chandler, Monica and Chandler, Ross and Rachel, Joey and Phoebe? Oh, this is a good question. This is a
Joey
good
and
question.
Chandler.
I think even I will vote for Joey and Chandler.
Yeah, yeah. Joey and
Same?
Chandler. Yes,
Oh,
yes.
fantastic. I think there is one point where we are
Monica peaked out.
unanimous. As a friendship, as a bonding perspective, yes, all of
Hmm.
them have very good bonds and stuff. But I think Joey and Chandler, they stand out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From the beginning till the end. Like Monica
Till
and
the
From the
end.
Chandler
beginning till the
are
end, yeah.
right. But
Yeah,
for
yeah.
me, it is like Joey and Chandler from day one, they
Completely.
have been together,
Day
and
one,
Joey
yeah.
never leaves Chandler, and Chandler never leaves Joey. You remember
Correct.
that scene where Chandler says that I'm a very good secret keeper, and Joey says, "You're gonna tell me later," and he says, "You already know."
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
that's friendship.
Now I felt really bad when Joey moves out because he starts earning a lot of money. He moves to a bigger
Hmm.
apartment or something like that. That time you feel really bad.
Correct.
And both of them
Yeah.
pretend they are not going to miss each other. Chandler
Then they
gets a
sit by
gets a
the
new
window, like
roommate.
Chandler is sitting by the
Yeah.
window, it's raining, and Joey
This
is
guy
sitting
is sitting by
behind
that glass.
yeah.
There's one
Show.
episode where both of them sit on that barca lounges, their sofas. They don't
Yeah, and
get
never
up.
get up.
Get up. Right.
They never get up. It's like nuts. There's one where they are throwing the ball, they're catching, they form a
Hmm.
circle. Nobody has to drop the ball.
Yeah.
And
There is so
Rachel
much to
gets a
watch, man.
cat. That part is really funny. Why is it
I love
inside out?
cats. That is
Ross's
not the cat I
monkey.
love, though. I love cats. That's not the cat I love. Some Egyptian Sphinx cat.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Sphinx cat. That is a
Joey
different
keeps
animal.
saying, that is not a
Not a
cat.
cat. Ross's first question was, why is it inside out?
Sorry, Malika, you remember too much. You remember too
Yeah.
much.
Do you guys know at in the show at any point of at every matlab till the end, I think only Monica is the one who does not own any pet.
Yeah. But technically she does
Chan
because they had
Oh
Chichi,
yeah,
right?
Joey and Chandler have duck and a chick. They
But
hmm.
have a duck and a
technically,
chick.
if you go through the unseen references, they had a Chichi. They had Chichi. They had the dog.
But
When
as
Ross
a
and
kid, not in their
yeah,
apartments.
not
In
in
their
the
apartment, she
teenage.
said.
She
Not in
was
the
Ah,
already
apartment, yeah.
dealing with these five kids. What she will have a
Yeah.
pet?
What about Phoebe? Phoebe has a pet?
Phoebe gets a
Phoebe
dog. She looks after a dog for some time, and that's when
for
Chandler tells he
something.
hates puppies.
Yeah,
Correct, correct, yeah.
right.
Correct. This I had
Correct.
forgotten. You got duck and
Hmm.
a chick, I remember. They even have a
Hmm.
competition between the duck and the chick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ross has a monkey.
Ross
Marcel.
has a
Yeah, Ross
monkey.
and
Rachel gets cat. Only
Oh,
Monica.
the
what
person who
happens to
doesn't
that
have a
monkey is a different story. Monkey loses it. Oh my God.
Hmm.
Next comment. This is from Nakul. The one where Janice asks whether any of you have almost slept with each other.
Yeah, and they all
Now
get
we are going into
flashbacks.
murky waters.
yeah. They
I
all
think
remember
even Nikhil had asked a question very similar to this, but I've conveniently skipped that question. Hmm.
yeah.
Okay, Ananya says Monica and Chandler are inevitable. Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
Exactly my
Yes.
thoughts. Same with Ross and Rachel also.
Yeah.
See, after season 6, I felt that Monica and Chandler are inevitable. Till then, I
Hmm.
didn't even know this is going to happen. Least
Hmm.
expected, for me at least. More hate to Phoebe. Why?
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 She's a nice friend. She's a nice person.
Very nice
Yeah.
friend. Yeah. Like I would seriously have her as a friend if I would have an
Yeah,
option.
she's so nice.
When Monica
She's
asks her, Phoebe, do
fearless.
you have a plan? I don't even have a
I
plan.
don't even apply.
I don't even have a plan. Okay, I think Ananya is hung up on that she doesn't like Phoebe. Okay, fine. Okay, so I think with this we come to the end of the comments as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So guys, look at the clock. I think it's time to wrap up.
Oh my
And
God.
this will go on for hours. This will go on for hours. There is no
Yeah.
11:20.
end in sight. There is no end in sight, right? Oh my God, comments are still coming in. Chandler's life was Matthew's dream. Oh, okay. Okay, that, guys, there are still comments coming in. I'm really sorry, but I think we have to wrap it up now. We have to wrap
No,
it
we
up.
want more.
Sorry.
Go to the this comment, Ananya's comment. Have you seen that?
No, we want more.
No, we want more. Oh my God. I mean, thank you, Ananda. Thank you so much for joining in and for the support to everyone actually. Who's joined in Nakul,
Yeah,
Nikhil,
it's been very
even
much fun.
Lakshmi who joined. Yeah, it has been a blast. Never really
Yeah.
expected this kind of a participation. It has been a blast. And special thanks to Prachi and Mallika for coming on this show. No, this has been my dream. I have been thinking about doing this episode since a few months. Finally, this has happened. I'm really happy about it. So, thank you so much to everyone for joining in, to both the guests, to all the participants in today's show. Yeah, so hopefully, I'll come up with another episode very soon.
Okay.
Thanks a lot for
Yes. So, thank
having
you so much,
us. And
guys.
thanks for doing the
Yeah. Thank
episode.
you. This was great.
Pleasure has been the pleasure has been totally mine. Yes. Okay, guys, let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
So, good night
Good
Okay.
and
night.
have an amazing time. Yes. Thank you
Good
so
night.
much.
Happy weekend, guys. Bye.
Happy
Bye.
weekend. Bye bye.